Hi, I'm Alex. Today we're messing around with the new Arturia MiniBrute 2. So the MiniBrute 2 is an evolution of the super popular and classic MiniBrute synth. And quite a lot has changed. Some of it is obvious. You can see that the MiniBrute 2 has got a patch bay now, so we can hugely expand the potential of the machine and create all these kind of wild sounds by patching it in and on itself, on top of itself. Or we can patch it to other Eurorack modulars, things like that. We're using the RackBrute system, which you can see, the RackBrute allows you so easily to now build a Eurorack modular synthesizer using the MiniBrute as a springboard. But some of the things that have changed in the MiniBrute that are kind of less obvious when you first look at it is it's now got two oscillators, so you can have a true detuned sound. You can get all the wonderful, richer tones out of it. But some of it is more subtle and actually it's kind of the most important thing. And for example, the VCA section in the MiniBrute has been changed. It's based more on the sound of the Matrix Brute, in fact. And it means that the MiniBrute is capable of these really wonderfully rich, complex tones without distorting so easily, basically, that you're able to get a much broader palette of clean tones from it with tons of low end. Like, it's just a very, very full sounding synth. So it's not to say that it's just a MiniBrute with an extra oscillator and a patch bay. It's actually fundamentally a different sounding machine. So there are two different synths here. So we've got the MiniBrute 2 and we've got the 2S. Now they're exactly the same in terms of their core sound engine. So all of the sounds that you're hearing can be made on the 2S as well. The difference is in terms of the sequencing section. So you can see on the 2, you've got this keyboard, and actually the keyboard does have a sequencer in it. It's the sequencer from the keystep, but a monophonic version of it, which is a very fun and engaging sequencer. The 2S, however, has a more step-orientated sequencer that's actually more like the BeatStep Pro. And you can make very complex arrangements with that. You're spending time and baking in all kinds of data and modulation per step. You also have the option of this Mod 1 and Mod 2 output on the 2S, which means that they're basically two flexible outputs. Using the little screen and using the dials and the pads, you'll be able to turn those into LFOs or additional envelope generators. So it's a very techy way of sequencing, but it will suit certain styles. You can still also connect a keyboard to that version. But if you just want to play and you're more of a keyboardist, you might want to look at the MiniBrute 2 instead. So what's really nice is that at the same time as announcing the MiniBrute 2 and 2S, Arturia also have released the RackBrute system, which you can see here. And the RackBrutes are two different cases which are designed to take Eurorack modules. So if you're curious to explore the whole world of Eurorack, it offers a very, very elegant solution because you're able to buy the synth first and then get your case, and then the case and the synth connect together, and you can use the building blocks that are in the synthesizer, the oscillators, the filters, the MIDI to CV conversion, in order to springboard your Eurorack collection. It means that you don't have to get all of the basics to get sound going. You can get a MiniBrute, a RackBrute, and then just get straight to the good stuff. All of the interesting oscillators, digital oscillators, effects, and things like this that are in that format, and just instantly start making sounds using your MiniBrute as a springboard. So that was the new Arturia MiniBrute 2, 2S, and the Eurorack RackBrute case system. If you have any more questions about these, or indeed any other Arturia products, please head over to the Gear4music website, and thanks very much for watching.